All right, picking up where we left off from the last tour. We just looked at the Ellis, and now we're going to look at the Iris. So the Iris also has quite a few similarities to the Madison as well. It also seems to have a similar thing sort of going on over here with the way the master bedroom jots out like that. The upstairs bathroom's there, the kitchen window's there, and then this one also looks like it's got a door that goes out to like a patio or something, but they could have had windows there, I think. But this is a picture, obviously this is a picture of one in the other older neighborhood because you can see Art Deco light there. And the funny thing, this is the interesting thing, is I believe that there is only ever going to be one Iris in this whole neighborhood. Only one person chose the Iris, and it is basically the very first time we ever drove into this neighborhood. This was even before we had the tour of it. It was kind of in late-ish fall 2020, and we basically went in to look at the neighborhood, and the one Iris I was talking about that's in this neighborhood was under construction. I specifically remember that. And I think it might have even gone for sale midway through construction, or maybe it was like an old listing, but we almost considered buying that Iris. But then when we got there, it was like already long sold, and we were like, oh man, it was like that did not work out. But obviously, now I'm glad we don't live in an Iris because I think it's a little more cramped it's like more of a cramped version of a Madison, I think, to be honest with you. But I don't know if I've actually seen a 3D tour, but I think, yeah, I think these are pictures. I'm not certain. I'll know more when we go to the 3D tour. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, no, now I'm certain because I see that red house right there. You're looking at it right there. So it's basically salmon colored. It's like it has a really weird color. They painted it like this cool, this really awesome sort of orangish salmon color. You can't see it from here, but it's sort of down over that way. And I believe that's what we're looking at. This is one from the old neighborhood, but these pictures are, I think, from inside that house, which was the one that was under construction when we were looking at it, and it's going to be the only Iris, I believe, that will ever be built in this neighborhood, in like this specific neighborhood. So we can take a 3D tour inside of it. Here we go. Yep, this is it. Because now this yellow house right here, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can sort of see an outline of a fan there. They also have a white Fanimation Edgewood on their porch as well. And then they have some kind of other kind of interesting, modern, weird looking outdoor fan there. But they never chose, they have a side porch, screened in side porch there. Can we look at it? I don't think we really can go out and look at it, but it's screened in, or at least I don't know if they put up the screens when this whole 3D tour was taken, but I believe that they have since put up screens for it. They have since put up screens. So it's definitely a screened in porch, but neither the front porch nor the screened in porch have essentially have a fan on them in this house. So, and then you can see this again, very similar. This looks like what the exact fireplace that we're looking at right there, except they have to drywall the bottom of it. But other than that, it's like identical. It's like the smack dab identical fireplace we have with the upper shelf and all. So basically we're looking at, you can see here, this is even similar too, because there's like 4 pot lights too, like there are here, but you can see no fan, obviously, because that's not an included option. But it also has some similarities. I'm looking around, I'm noticing it's also got a lot of similarities to the Ellis too. It's almost like a combination of the Ellis and the Madison. You get the Iris, because it's got the dining room in the same place where it's just kind of adjacent to the living room. There's no sort of nook thing. Here the ceiling just randomly drops into the kitchen, halfway through the kitchen. This looks really weird to me, to be honest with you, this placing of the light and the fact that the ceiling just drops there. Oh, hello, I hear you. I don't see you, but I hear you. Okay. Yeah, and the kitchen just seems smaller too. Like it's not as open. There you are. You can see, look at this. I mean, the ceiling sort of drops there, but it's not anything that I feel like is any kind of huge annoyance or anything. It doesn't just drop halfway through, and it's a nice big open kitchen. While this just seems much smaller. So I'm not as big of a fan of the Iris kitchen as I am of the Madison kitchen. So let's go down here. Master basically almost looks exactly like mine does. It's like it has the same windows, except there's not a window on the side. It's just these windows. That's the house we looked at the beginning of this whole series. It had the Kitchler outside, and I said there were two of them. There's one on the front porch and one on the side porch. This is the side porch we're looking at. And I believe this is that red house. And the green one, there's like a navy green one that's behind it. You can see it looks like, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get much about what fans are in this house, because when they did this, I don't think they installed ceiling fans yet. I think they asked them to cap off those spaces. Maybe they wanted to wait to see what fans they wanted in there. But you can see here's the space for where there would be one. So this is very similar to my bedroom, aka the master, except this closet, obviously. It's much smaller, and it's got multiple sliding doors. It's like long and narrow, while mine is a full walk-in closet. Here's this bathroom. Yeah, I like mine much better. This is really cramped. And it's just got one sink, which is really all that I would need. I would not really need. But then again, I would not need all this storage space either. No windows in here, which I don't know, maybe windows in the bathroom is a bit of a weird thing, but it also brings in natural light, which is nice. Oh my, well that's certainly a choice for wallpaper. Okay, well, I can't say I'm crazy about it. That is, I'm just gonna say that's their choice. Okay, here's the half bath again. It's kind of different from mine. This part is reminding me a lot of the Ellis, but it's smaller. And here's the laundry room, and again, it's not in its own separate space. It's just out there with everything else. All right, let's go upstairs. Let's see, do we even got a skylight? I'm judging by the look of natural light here that we definitely do. And we do. There it is. Oh, you can see they also got an empty space right there. I wonder if they're going to put a fan there too, or they probably, if they put fans, they might have already have fans in there by now, because I'm sure these pictures were taken like a year ago, maybe into early 2021, because now they've been moved in there for like a year now at this point. Oh, I hate this whole zooming out in and out thing. Okay, oh, this is, oh, okay, never mind. For some reason, I got the illusion that this bedroom had double doors, but I was way off. Okay, it looks like they did sort of do something similar where they left a little more room, made the bedroom bigger and made the closet smaller, which I like, but it's definitely lower ceilings in here and it feels more cramped. And yeah, no. And there's no skylight either. Then there's a step up into this bedroom, which is just like at this house, because the living room ceiling is higher, they have to make the bedroom there a step higher. But then this ceiling is just really low. What's in here? What's that? And what's over here? Just stuff. Yeah, this is basically just like a smaller, more cramped version of the Madison and Ellis combined, in my opinion. You get the Iris. Here's the basement. Let's see. I don't know if have I checked this part out yet? this is similar. They got a ledge, but they got a whole like wooden ledge or like white wooden ledge there. We don't have anything that fancy, but maybe they paid extra for that. They probably did. All right, here is this area. Okay, you can have like a movie room over here and stuff. Did they have to put an extra bedroom down here? Oh, they have like a whole bunch of space there. It's not a full closet under the stairs. Oh my, what is this? This can't be a bedroom. This is way too small. This is tiny. Maybe it's supposed to be an office, but it looks like they do got a full bathroom down here. Okay, sink. They didn't put in the sink yet when this was taken, or the shower. They were working on like stuff in here, as you can see, but there's the shower. That's a nice shower. This can't be a bedroom. This is way too small. It must be for like an office or something, unless if someone is just like planning to live down here, like have this whole area sort of, well, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah. That pretty much wraps up the Iris, and I really am glad that I am actually kind of glad we didn't do this one now, because there aren't a lot of things I like. It just feels like a more downgraded version. I do love the porch on the side. I am just gonna say, but though my guess is that was extra and that doesn't come with the model. It would be really cool. I do kind of wish we maybe sort of had like a sort of side screened-in porch there. I like that. So if I had to pick a thing I like about this house over ours, we're getting into the summary now, I would pick that porch, that screened-in porch off to the side. That's pretty cool. But assuming that that's not extra, now that I'm looking at this one, I'm realizing it's not, because they don't have that. There really wasn't anything that I liked about that house more than this house. I liked it significantly less. It was a lot smaller. But I think if maybe you are okay with more cramped spaces and not as big, like just not as much room and stuff and lower ceilings, then I think that the Iris is... maybe you wouldn't mind the Iris as much, but let's see, there's a fan right there. I don't think I showed that when we were looking at this picture, but I don't know what it is. I cannot tell just from that. And there are no other pictures of that house, it looks like. So it looks like, here, let's look at a floor plan, actually. So yeah, you can see, this is the floor plan of it right here. And actually, maybe since I didn't show, I feel a little bad because I didn't actually show a floor plan of the Ellis when we were looking at. So here's a floor plan of the Ellis, where you can see it's similar. I mean, the kitchen's, I think, on the other side. And that's not just because it's mirror image. They just have it on the other side in that model. But the bedroom, kind of the whole placing of the bedroom and this whole stuff here is similar. I think the floor plan we're looking at here is mirror image from the Ellis that we toured, though. But yes, and this might be why the Iris is not selling well in this neighborhood, is because of that. That might explain why there's only one person chose out of the probably 30 to 40 some lots in this neighborhood. Only one person chose to build an Iris. And it's probably because of its more cramped layout. I just wasn't really crazy about it, and I'm kind of glad we didn't end up picking the Iris. So that worked out well that we were not able to get that home, because this one is much cooler and bigger and more spacious. But anyways, we're going to cut the video here, as this is going to be the end of kind of the part 3 here, and we're going to move on to part 4. The Hunter, like the fan brand. And you should have Hunter Originals and the Hunter. That would be, actually, if I saw that, I would be so, like, secretly impressed, because that would be awesome. Actually, if any of the houses, I don't think I've seen a single original in any of these houses, but But that's just that. So anyways, that's the end of that. And now we're moving on to the Hunter.